Every once in a while, there's a conversation that we just don't want to have. And we got to tell people what's going on with us. And that's today's topic. If you need more details on EFT, pop into the box below. Join me for a group session. Hope to see you soon. Let's dive in. Even though I'm nervous,
Even though I'm nervous,
I have some news to tell.
I have some news to tell.
It's not necessarily big news,
It's not necessarily big news,
but it feels big to me
but it feels big to me
because I don't think they're going to understand.
because I don't think they're going to understand.
And I deeply and completely,
I deeply and completely,
gently and compassionately
gently and compassionately
love, honor, and accept myself.
love, honor, and accept myself.
Even though I have this news
Even though I have this news
and I'm nervous,
and I'm nervous,
I'm afraid of being judged and criticized.
I'm afraid of being judged and criticized.
And a part of me
And a part of me
is afraid of being rejected.
is afraid of being rejected.
And I deeply and completely,
And I deeply and completely,
gently and compassionately
gently and compassionately
love, honor, and accept myself.
love, honor, and accept myself.
Even though I need to reframe the situation
Even though I need to reframe the situation,
to put it into a new perspective.
put into a new perspective,
And I'm not sure how to do that
and I'm not sure how to do that.
because although I may need to reframe it for myself,
And I managed to reframe it for myself.
most importantly,
Most importantly,
I need to reframe it for them
I need to reframe it for them
so that they understand what's happening
so that they understand what's happening
and why I'm choosing to go this path.
and why I'm choosing to go this way.
And I deeply and completely,
And I deeply and completely,
gently and compassionately
gently and compassionately
love, honor, and accept myself.
love, honor, and accept myself.
I choose to stand firm in my decisions.
I choose to stand firm in my decisions.
I choose to accept what it is that I am choosing for myself.
I choose to accept what it is that I'm choosing for myself.
I know that not everybody might like what I'm doing.
I know that not everybody might like what I'm doing.
And I know that a lot of people won't understand what I'm doing,
And I know that a lot of people won't understand what I'm doing.
but I choose to move forward for me.
But I choose to move forward for me.
And I deeply and completely
And I deeply and completely
love, honor, and accept myself.
love, honor, and accept myself.
I choose to forgive all of those
I choose to forgive all of those
who have an irritable,
who have what?
who have an irritable
Who have irritable,
or
irritable
disagreeable
or
personality.
disagreeable personality.
I choose to forgive those that are critical,
I choose to forgive those who are critical,
that contribute to my nervousness
that contribute to my nervousness
when it's time for me to speak my truth.
when it's time for me to speak my truth.
I choose to stand strong and firm in who I am
I choose to stand strong and firm in who I am
and the circumstances of my life
in the circumstances of my life
as I move forward on my path.
as I move forward on my path.
I have to tell them.
I have to tell them.
I have to tell her.
I have to tell her.
I have to tell him.
I have to tell him.
I don't want him to know.
I don't want him to know.
Not that I don't want him to know,
Not that I don't want him to know,
but I don't want him to judge me.
but I don't want him to judge me.
And that's what I'm afraid of.
And that's what I'm afraid of.
So I'm nervous.
I'm nervous.
I'm anxious.
I'm anxious.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I'm not sure how they're going to respond to this.
I'm not sure how they're going to respond to this.
And that makes me uncomfortable.
And that makes me uncomfortable.
I'm choosing what's right for me.
I'm choosing what's right for me.
Maybe there'll be better circumstances
Maybe there'll be better circumstances
and things could have been done differently.
and things could have been done differently.
But this is my life.
But this is my life.
And this is where things are at right now.
And this is where things are at right now.
And this is where I need to move forward.
And this is where I need to move forward.
So I'm sorry if they're not going to understand.
So I'm sorry if they're not going to understand.
But I need to validate my choices.
They need to validate my choices.
And I need to move forward from where I am right now.
And they need to move forward from where I am right now.
And I'm nervous.
And I'm nervous.
And I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Their opinion of me is important,
Their opinion of me is important,
and I need them to know that.
and I need them to know that.
I need them to understand that.
I need them to understand that.
Their opinion of me is extremely important.
Their opinion of me is extremely important.
Our relationship is important.
Our relationship is important.
I want a healthy relationship with them.
I want a healthy relationship with them.
And a healthy relationship
A healthy relationship
means speaking my truth.
means speaking my truth.
So
So
I need to tell them.
I need to tell them.
I need to tell them what I'm thinking.
I need to tell them what I'm thinking.
I need to tell them what I'm feeling.
I need to tell them what I'm feeling.
I need to tell them why I'm feeling this.
I need to tell them why I'm feeling this.
What is it that's going on in my life
What is it that's going on in my life
that's creating these emotions
that's creating these emotions,
and creating these circumstances?
creating these circumstances,
That this is the path.
that this is a path.
I don't know if they're going to understand.
I don't know if they're going to understand.
I don't know if they even want to understand.
I don't know if they even want to understand.
I don't know if they care about our relationship the way I do.
I don't know if they care about our relationship the way I do.
I don't know if they have the same vision for our relationship that I have.
I don't know if they have the same vision for a relationship that I have.
I might want an intimate, honest relationship,
I may want an intimate, honest relationship,
but they might not.
but they might not.
And sometimes,
And sometimes,
in order for me to have a healthy relationship with somebody,
in order for me to have a healthy relationship with somebody,
I have to tell them things that makes them uncomfortable.
I have to tell them things that make them uncomfortable.
But I can't not do that,
I cannot do that
or we'll have a relationship of secrets.
or have a relationship with secrets.
And that's not good either.
And that's not good either.
So I don't know how to move forward
So I don't know how to move forward
and tell them what I need to tell them
and tell them what I need to tell them
because I'm afraid of their reaction.
because I'm afraid of their reaction.
I'm afraid they're not going to understand.
I'm afraid they're not going to understand.
I'm afraid they're not going to appreciate my perspective.
I'm afraid they're not going to appreciate my perspective.
I think they're only going to see the one thing
I think they're going to see the one thing
and not the totality of the dynamics.
and not the totality of the dynamics.
It's very easy
It's very easy
to be isolated on one dynamic,
to be isolated on one dynamic,
which might be upsetting or disappointing,
which may be upsetting or disappointing,
to not see the totality of the circumstances,
not see the totality of the circumstances,
and that there's a blessing in here too,
and that there's a blessing in here too,
even if we can't see it right now.
even if we can see it right now.
Maybe I can see what's possible,
Maybe I can see what's possible,
but they can't.
but they can't.
And they might be angry,
And they might be angry,
they might be disappointed,
they might be disappointed,
they might be defensive,
they might be defensive,
they might be stonewalling,
they might be stonewalling,
they might be critical,
they might be critical,
they might try to shame me,
they might try to shame me,
offer contempt,
offer contempt,
judgment,
judgment,
guilt.
guilt.
I don't know how they're going to respond.
I don't know how they're going to respond.
They might reject me outright,
They might reject me outright,
and I'll feel abandoned.
and I'll feel abandoned.
Even if they don't reject me in totality,
Even if they don't reject me in totality,
they might reject me on this one issue,
they might reject me on this one issue.
and that's scary
And that's scary
because I would like their support on this project.
because I would like their support in this project.
I would like their support in their partnership,
I would like their support in the partnership,
or at a minimum,
or at a minimum,
their appreciation
their appreciation
or their blessing.
or their blessing.
I don't know what I'm going to get from them,
I don't know what I'm going to get from them,
but I need to tell them.
but I need to tell them.
I need to tell her.
I need to tell her.
I need her to know.
I need her to know.
Not because I need their opinion or their permission,
Not because I need their opinion or their permission,
but because I believe in the totality of our relationship,
but because I believe in the totality of our relationship.
a relationship of foundation of trust,
A relationship with the foundation of trust,
a foundation of courtesy,
foundation of courtesy,
a relationship with respect,
a relationship with respect,
in order to have that totality and that foundation,
In order to have that totality and that foundation,
I need to be truthful
I need to be truthful
and give them the information that's there
and give them the information that's there,
and let the cards fall where they may.
and not the cards, let the cards fall where they're made.
So I'm moving forward.
So I'm moving forward.
I'm trusting
I'm trusting
that I'm bigger than this issue,
that I'm bigger than this issue,
that I'm stronger than this issue,
that I'm stronger than this issue,
that that our relationship will survive this issue.
our relationship will survive this issue.
And if the relationship can't survive the issue,
And if the relationship can't survive the issue,
then that tells me about them,
then that tells me about them,
what they're capable of,
what they're capable of,
and how invested they are in the relationship.
and how invested they are in their relationship.
Because maybe they're not that invested.
Because maybe they're not that invested.
Maybe they don't care about our relationship
Maybe they don't care about our relationship
the same way that I do.
the same way that I do.
Maybe I need to put some ground rules in
Maybe I need to put some ground rules in
before I tell them.
before I tell them.
I have some news.
I have some news.
This is how I ask that you respond.
This is how I ask that you respond.
And maybe those ground rules will help.
And maybe those ground rules will help.
Maybe the ground rules won't matter at all
Maybe the ground rules won't matter at all
because they don't care about the ground rules.
because they don't care about the ground rules.
But I need to move forward in my life.
But I need to move forward in my life.
I need to own my own identity
I need to own my own identity
and make decisions that are based on what's right for me.
and make decisions that are based on what's right for me.
I can hope they'll understand and appreciate.
I can hope to understand and appreciate.
But at the end of the day,
At the end of the day,
I have to honor me.
I have to honor me.
I can be open to feedback.
I can be open to feedback.
I can be open to correction.
I can be open to correction.
But someone who's going to correct me
But someone's going to correct me
needs to have a dialogue.
needs to have a dialogue.
They need enough information
They need enough information
to understand the totality of the circumstances
to understand the totality of the circumstances
before they judge me or condemn me.
before they judge me or condemn me.
They may have information that I don't have
They may have information that I don't have
that might help me with my decisions
that might help me with my decisions
and making a path forward.
and making a path forward.
And that's why I'm prepared to talk to them.
And that's why I'm prepared to talk to them.
But sometimes decisions are already made
But sometimes decisions are already made,
and I just have to inform them.
and I just have to inform them.
I could be the boss in a company,
I could be the boss in a company,
having to let someone go,
having to let someone go,
and it doesn't feel comfortable.
and it doesn't feel comfortable,
But it's good for me to tell them.
but it's good for me to tell them.
And I'm not open to input if I'm owning the company
And I'm not going to look if I'm with their company
and I'm having to lay people off
and having to lay people off
or fire people for poor performance.
or fire people for poor performance.
There are times in life
There are times in life
where their input doesn't matter.
where their input doesn't matter.
There are other times in life,
There are other times in life,
for example, with my spouse,
for example, with my spouse,
where their input is very important.
where their input is very important.
And I have to be open and receptive
And I have to be open and receptive
to hearing their perspective and their point of view.
to hearing their perspective and point of view.
My ego could be in the way.
My ego could be in the way.
I could have some blinders on,
I could have some blinders on.
and I have to be able to approach the discussion,
And I have to be able to approach the discussion,
to be able to filter out
be able to filter out
if I have blinders on,
if I have blinders on,
and if their comments are based on the blinders that I have,
and if their comments are based on the blinders that I have,
or if their comments are based
or if their comments are based
on just their limitations.
on just their limitations.
Maybe they're closed minded.
Maybe they're closed-minded.
Maybe they've got some burr under their saddle
Maybe they got some burn under their saw
or some issue from the past
or some issue from the past
that contributes to their resistance on this topic.
that contributes to the resistance on this topic.
So I need to filter through
So I need to filter through
the place that they're coming from
the place where they're coming from
so that I know how to filter out their comments
so that I know how to filter out their comments
and take the best of what they're saying
and take the best of what they're saying
and integrate it into where I'm going.
and integrate it into where I'm going.
They may have concerns for me
They may have concerns for me
because they legitimately care about me.
because they legitimately care about me.
And so I need to properly express
So I need to properly express
the larger totality of what I'm feeling
the larger totality of what I'm feeling.
if I want them to understand why I'm choosing the path I'm choosing.
I want them to understand why I'm choosing the path I'm choosing.
Other times,
Other times,
it's just a definitive boundary.
put a definitive boundary.
Yes or no,
Yes or no.
this is the line.
This is a line.
I don't need a story.
I don't need a story.
I don't need to justify anything.
I don't need to justify anything.
I don't need to give them any reasons.
I don't need to give them any reasons.
I can just say, nope, not there.
I can just say, no, not there.
No, I'm not open to feedback.
No, I'm not open to feedback.
I'm not open to input.
I'm not open to input.
I'm not interested in your opinion.
I'm not interested in your opinion.
I'm just giving the news.
I'm just giving the news.
And so I need to tell them,
And so I need to tell them,
and I will honor myself in the process.
and I will honor myself in the process.
I will honor my path.
I will honor my path.
Is this action I'm taking
Is this action I'm taking
in line with my goals
in alignment with my goals
and grounded goals?
and grounded goals?
If I choose to move forward in life
So I choose to move forward in life,
and I want healthy relationships,
and I want healthy relationships
we can discuss what's important to both of us,
where we can discuss what's important to both of us,
that our relationship is on a foundation of trust
where our relationship is on a foundation of trust,
and a foundation of honesty.
foundation of honesty.
I want that foundation in all my relationships.
I want that foundation in all my relationships.
Openness,
Openness,
trust,
trust,
accountability,
accountability,
courtesy,
courtesy,
respect.
respect.
And I'm choosing that now
And I'm choosing that now
and acting in accordance.
and acting in accordance.
And if they can't be consistent with that,
And if they can't be consistent with that,
then maybe I need to put some boundaries up.
then maybe I need to put some boundaries up.
But I will put the ground rules in
But I will put the ground rules again,
that the foundation of our communication
that the foundation of our communication
is positive,
is positive,
respectful,
respectful,
courteous,
courteous,
diplomatic,
diplomatic,
and honest.
and honest.
So we have a foundation of truth
We have a foundation of truth
and honesty in our relationships.
and honesty in our relationships.
And take a breath and a drink, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being here.